Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at Mad World Tarot. A short one, not a short and sweet though, short and a bit grim. So we have the Grim Tales Tarot on the tarot table for this quick reading. Megan, of course, couldn't resist popping up. We knew she would insert herself back into the news cycle as soon as the royal tour was over. And she did pop up in Chicago, of all places, in a cathedral. And I know she didn't burst into flames, and no, nor did the cathedral. She was there at Holy Name Cathedral in Chicago for the First Communion, to attend her godson's First Communion. We don't know who that godson was, but she was there smiling away beautifully, and put up on X, not by her, but by a local journalist who also just happened to be there for her daughter's First Communion. She had to take that all down. Turned out to be not the smartest thing she ever did. But it was quickly in People magazine, I think before Megan had even got on her broomstick and flown back to California. It was in People magazine, so it was all very obviously staged. As I say, we do not know who the godson was, but it was definitely one of her old Northwestern friends from college, basically. So we can speculate, but who cares, really? So that was the first thing that Madame did. And then the second thing, which horrified me personally, was she popped up on Sean and Marley's show. And if you don't know who Sean and Marley are, they're two young Australian men who both have Down syndrome. And they have the sweetest cooking show. It's called Get Down with Sean and Marley. And they cooked her one pot spaghetti. And then she has returned the favor by appearing on their show while she was obviously in Australia recently. And everyone kind of froze with horror when they saw this, thinking, no, don't let Sean and Marley get markled, because they are just dear and sweet and innocent. It's just quite surreal to see two different worlds intersect like this. I don't follow them, but I know about them for entirely different reasons that have nothing to do with royal watching. So anyway, children, First Communions, and Sean and Marley, they are not children, but as I say, they are very sweet, very innocent, harmless, and we hope no harm comes to any of them by association, that they do not get markled. We're going to do a quick reading with the Grim Tales Tarot. See what she's up to in each of these events. I want to know what up there thinks about this. I'm curious to know what up there has to say about Megan suddenly popping up in a cathedral and then with Sean and Marley. I'm just curious. And I want to know if this is going to change anything for her, this new tack of associating herself now with children and people with disabilities like Sean and Marley. Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to go down, but we are going to ask. So tarot, fun and entertainment, all my opinion, all speculation. Just read energy here, and disclaimer in the box below, and see what is going on. Of course, the Met Gala this evening. No sign of Madame attending, or no rumours of that. So as I say, she had to insert herself into the news cycle, and this is what she has decided to do. Judgment, and it's in reverse. Bad errors of judgment with that card in reverse. Doesn't bode well, in my opinion, and this is my energy reading, does not bode well for her mortal soul. That is, again, just my quite harsh opinion, but I'm reading the energy of that card. I'm doing a tarot reading, of course. Judgment is about getting a second chance and waking up and being forgiven when it's upright. So in reverse, there is a distinct lack of forgiveness there, and being judged very harshly, in fact. Sorry about the yapping next door. And again, discretion. And it may be not the wisest decision that she has ever made. It's not going down well, and certainly the local journalist who was there, because her daughter was attending her first communion, realized the error of her ways and had to quickly take down the post that she put up on X. So, heart of the reading, and we got the Two of Cups in reverse. And this is there's kind of a falling out energy with the Two of Cups in reverse, and it might lead to some fallings out. It might also just represent Megan's not being invited to the Met Gala. And I think that really is because these two are dressed in a very spectacular way in this rather macabre looking Two of Cups in the Grim Tales Tarot. And she's on the outs with everyone who's running it and who could have invited her, and has almost certainly has not, unless she's going to zoom in on her broomstick at the very last minute. But it doesn't look like it. So I think that Two of Cups is really, she's been left out, she's been shunned. People who were once on her side and friendly towards her are no more. And so she's got to do something for attention. And so this is what we are dealing with. So I just want to know quickly what, if anything, we need to know about the appearance in Chicago. What do we need to know? We've got the Five of Pentacles. What an interesting card. Because the Five of Pentacles traditionally is banishment, exile, and it's normally traditional Rider-Waite. Being shut out of literally a cathedral. It's got stained glass windows, it's got blizzards, it's got people who are sick and lame and poor and destitute, riches who have been cast out. The Five of Pentacles, she is a lost soul, so to speak, with that Five of Pentacles. That even though she was there, the energy is of someone who's outside looking in. And it can be outside looking in at the Met Gala, wistfully wishing she was there, but it can also be someone who is outside that holy and sacred place, the cathedral where this is going on, this event is going on, and not part of it, even though she is physically there and making sure she's in the photo. So it's quite harsh energy. It fits with that Judgment card in reverse in a very interesting way for me as an energy reader, and of course my opinion. What about Sean and Marley? Tell us about that. We got the Sun, and that, thank goodness, relief. The Sun, again, if you refer back to the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, has a child on a white horse, and the sun is beaming down on the child. It's about innocence and playfulness. It's attention. She's getting attention. It's one of her major arcana as a Leo, the sun, of course. So it's in the spotlight, and she was doing her best. I actually couldn't watch it. I had to stop watching. I watched a few seconds, and then she was coming through so fake for me that I couldn't watch it anymore. But she was in the limelight, the spotlight shining on her, and it was innocent and it was sweet. They certainly are. So that's okay. They will be okay. And her little stunt, attention-seeking stunt, she gets a pass from this energy. She doesn't get a pass in the cathedral in Chicago over the weekend. She doesn't get a pass for that. Certainly not with that Judgment card in reverse. So, what does up there have to say about all of this? What I'm calling the massacre of the innocents. It's a bit of a strong term, but we go large here at Mad World Tarot, always. So, that's in defense of that. What does up there have to say? Nine of Wands, and it's in reverse, is kind of indefensible. It's someone who is guarded, protected when it's upright, ring fence, got their guard up, got boundaries around them, very injured, very wounded, tired, battered, standing there, waiting for the next assault on them. And when it's in reverse, finished, depleted, done, collapsing. And up there is saying that that is where she is, in my opinion. That she really, it's open season on her now. And we saw that with Saturday Night Live and their jokes, that it is open season now on Meghan Markle. And it is one of those terrible things that people do when they are doing something indefensible and their behavior is egregious, and then they use human shields and things like that. I'm getting that kind of vibe. That's a very harsh indictment. This is my energy reading and my speculation, and all allegedly. Is it going to change the narrative for her? Are people going to look at her and think, oh, actually you're a dear sweet thing. Look, there you were at First Communion, and then with Sean and Marley. Is it going to change anything for her? King of Cups. There is one person she's trying to message, and that is King Charles. And I have been seeing some things of late, and the kinds of places where she does like to send puff pieces by email, I assume, to be printed, where she's determined not to be the villain of the family, and she's going to be showing up in July or June or whenever it is for the 1-year event for Invictus Games with gifts for everyone. Even the most remote cousin is going to be getting gifts. She's going to try and buy her way and bribe her way back into the royal family. This is it. That is why, for the King of Cups, the current king, King Charles, that is the message that's going on. I do think also she might have been advised by the other King of Cups, who, no, not her father, who's back in the United States apparently for medical treatment, but Marcus. I think Marcus might have said, you need to tone things down. You need to dial up the aren't I sweet thing, tone down the diva kind of behavior, and work hard at getting rid of that smell of sulfur that accompanies you wherever you go. That is just my opinion. The saga goes on, is all I can say. That's it from me today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.